Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen. Thank you guys for joining me today. So I just did a video a few minutes ago, honestly, so we'll be uploading that. And then I just wanted to jump right in to our pecan butter. So basically it's like a peanut butter. I actually have an allergy to peanuts, so we will not be using peanuts in this house or in any products, which is probably a good thing. But the risk you take by doing another nut is that it could result in it's the same factory that a peanut was in, so you kind of take that risk. But my family loves anything that's like a nut butter, so an almond butter or even sunflower seed butter or something like that, cashew butter. So we like that. So to go along with the fresh bread that I'm making, I've actually decided to move forward with the pecan butter. Super easy to do. Anybody can do this, and that's why I like this recipe. Is we just went to Kirkland's, which is Costco brand. We've gotten some pecans, so it is 2 cups of pecans. No big deal. You're going to toast them. All right, so super easy. We've got them in the pot. I have this pot around like medium to high heat because I kind of want them to get processed fairly quickly. You just want them to get a nice toasty smell on them. You don't want it to be like burnt or anything like that. So let me get a spatula so that way we can kind of move it around and toast it for a little bit. All right, so we have our little spatula and we're just gonna kind of move these around, no big deal. And this process is probably going to take approximately, I would say 10 to 15 minutes for them to really get just a nice toasty smell to them. And then the easy part about this is going to be, like I said, it's so simple. All you need is a food processor, which I have my little ancient food processor that I just love, that my mom gave me actually. So I will probably keep it until literally it dies. And I mean, I might even get the motor fixed. I love it so much. A little bit of cinnamon, and so we're going to be using the Ceylon cinnamon organic. There you go. Ceylon cinnamon. I love this stuff. It's delicious. So there's that. Sprinkle however much you like. I mean, I wouldn't do too much just because you don't want it to be overpowering. You definitely want to get that pecan flavor. And then of course, do a little Redmond's real salt. Delicious. Who doesn't love Redmond's? Everybody loves Redmond's, right? All right, so once these are done toasting, you're just gonna transfer them over to that food processor. Add your little bit of salt, add a little bit of the Ceylon cinnamon, and then you're just gonna put it in a container. So once these are toasted, I'll bring you guys back so that you can see the next steps of the food processor piece of it. All right, so here we are in the next steps of this process. So the pecans are toasted. You can see that they've actually changed color. They're a little bit darker than they were. They were absolutely kind of light, and you could see that when I was recording it. So let me show you this. Look, there you go. They're kind of got, like, you can see these dark pieces like this one. Hopefully you can see that. It's gotten a little bit darker. And so that's all you're actually looking for, is I can smell them. It's got a nice little toast to it, and you know, that's what we're looking for, is that just aromatic flavor to kind of come out and just grab your senses, so that way you're like, this is delicious, this is what I want to eat. So there it is, super beautiful. All right, so here we go. These are actually nice and toasted. Oh, this pan is hot. Well, this is not very good. All right, here's my ancient food processor that I love. We're gonna use it. This is what happens when you have a smaller home. I'm just pouring them all in there. And you can see it doesn't really even take up the whole little bowl. gonna move those around so they kind of just blend up quite evenly. That's came from off the pecans. So we're gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of cinnamon, no big deal. All right, so here we go. Cinnamon, just sprinkle however much you're most comfortable with. So, you know, just a couple shakes of that in there. A little bit of that Redmond's real salt. Love that, love salt. Who doesn't love salt? And Redmond's is really good for you because it's mineralized. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and, you do not have to add this. You can simply, if you're on like a paleo type diet, or like my brother is, he loves doing that type of stuff, keeping it super clean, you can just go ahead and blend this up until it's super fine, and then there you go. Like, no big deal. But me, I kind of like just a little bit of sugar because otherwise it's a little too much for me to like kind of swallow. And so I am gonna go ahead and just add 1 teaspoon. That's it, 1 teaspoon. Which most other peanut butters or anything that you're gonna get in the grocery store most likely has a lot more than that, especially just something off the shelf that's maybe not from like Whole Foods. This is what we are using, the Anthony's coconut organic sugar. So super good. It kind of gives it a nice little tropical flavor. Being here in Florida, of course, who doesn't want tropical? So we're gonna go ahead and blend this up real quick. Here we go. All right, so the blending down of this probably took, honestly, like, I'm not even joking you, probably a good solid 15 minutes or more, because I was actually really shocked. So this is what it looks like. I'm sure if I probably had a newer food processor, it probably wouldn't have taken this long, but it's nice and creamy. You can see that it's just like peanut butter. It's definitely, I've already tried a bit of it. It's definitely very dry in a lot of ways, but kind of like creamy. It's something that I would imagine that you would probably want to eat fairly quickly. We have not made pecan butter before. We've made other butters, but not this one. So I don't know necessarily, I like the flavor. I don't know necessarily if I would make it again, but now it's all over my lips. It's delicious though. It reminds me, here's what I would do differently. I would probably add, this is just me, because I like flavor, which I can still add to this. I would probably add pumpkin pie spice and my puppy's drinking. One of them, one of the 4, little Luna, my Boston. She's making that crazy noise in here. Love her. Okay, so I would go ahead, like I said, I would go ahead and add that pumpkin pie spice because I personally like it. If you don't like pumpkin pie spice, I would definitely probably pick some holiday flavors, like maybe like some clove. Definitely probably would have added a little more cinnamon. I just didn't realize that at the time. You know, and you could probably sweeten it up. I was thinking to kind of make it a little bit more like wetter. You could probably add some honey or maybe some molasses. That would probably go really well. But nonetheless, like, make it your own. Whatever you like with pecans, you could, you know what, you could probably really flavor town this up and do maybe some caramel in there if you really wanted to hype it. And I mean, that would probably be like super good for like dessert. That'd probably be, this would actually probably be really good over like ice cream or something sweet, or a biscuit. You could put it over a biscuit. You know, we're biscuit people, so a biscuit would be great. But all right, so that's the process. I turned you guys off for a little bit because just like listening to this older machine spin is just kind of ridiculous. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm really appreciative that you guys are spending time with me. Hopefully you learned something. Don't be afraid to get out there and try, whether that's in the garden or in your kitchen. Just kind of go with the flow. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, because what happens is you let fear control you, and you will always do the same thing. So it's kind of like insanity. You will just keep eating the same foods, which are making you sick and unhealthy. So, you know, find something that is making you healthy. Find something that is a little bit alternative. Find something that's different. Try to step outside of your normal boundaries. Don't just keep getting peanut butter. Maybe try almond butter, or like homemade, or like the pecan butter, or, you know, find something different. Just do something different. Just enjoy life. Stop fretting over these crazy things in life. The world is already crazy enough. Just be you. Love one another. Be kind to each other. Love your neighbors. Go spend some time with them. Meet and greet people. Keep yourself safe. And, you know, just live. Just live. All right, guys. Until next time, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.